Hi, welcome to a chef called Rhonda. I'm Rhonda and this is my kitchen. And today I'm going to teach you how to make a pesto. Grab your trusty wooden spoons. Let's all meet back in the kitchen while I show you how to make pesto. The star ingredient, arugula. Traditional pesto is typically made with basil or basilico. And the region of Italy where we hail from, the island of Ischia, as you know, we make our pesto using arugula. Arugula is a peppery, distinctive, tasty green that originated in the Mediterranean region. And of course, when traveling through Italy, you'll see this named rucola. I have 5 ounces of freshly washed and patted dry arugula. Can you see that? 1/3 cup of unsalted pine nuts using 2 cloves of garlic. Can you see that? 1/3 cup of combined cheeses here. I have a 1/2 cup of extra virgin olive oil. You can use as much as 3/4 cup depending on the consistency of the pesto that you enjoy. My grandmother did this pesto recipe by hand. Well, today I'm using my trusty food processor. Shh, we won't tell Grandma. So first off, I'm going to place my arugula into the food processor. Arugula really offers that distinctive peppery taste on the palate, which meshes so nicely with so many ways that you can use this pesto. I like to spread it on focaccia. I like to spread it over a twirl of spaghettini. I also enjoy it as a mild dip on the side of some fresh vegetables. Once I have all the arugula well packed into the food processor, I'm just going to pulse for maybe 35 seconds or 40 seconds, very, very briefly. I use the back edge of my trusty wooden spoon and it will turn another 45 seconds or so. Can you see that arugula? It's so aromatic in this kitchen. Next in line is my second ingredient. I'm just going to add the pignoli nuts or the pine nuts right across the top. Now, just as a little form of reminder here, once the arugula is processed, it gets a bit watery as the pine nuts. I don't like to overly process my pine nuts because I like a little bit of a bite to my pesto. Come together and start to turn a little bit white. Again, I'm going to lift it up and show you. I now have the arugula with the pine nuts. This is a super easy, super healthy pesto recipe. Now for our $32 cloves, which are optional. Okay, now we're going to add our 4th ingredient. I have shredded a tad of pecorino romano cheese as well as my grated parmesan. And I'm just going to place our cheese right over the top. Once we added the cheese blend, it's the same old story. We're going to pulse for about 30 seconds. Go in with your trusty wooden spoon at this point, either the end or the spoon, and just kind of grab it all from the sides. This is where it starts to pull all together. Kind of incorporate. Oh, I wish you could smell that. Okay, our final ingredient is the extra virgin olive oil. The olive oil will bring everything together. This is the secret to a good pesto, to slowly add the olive oil into our ingredients. On low, here we go. Let me break in here and say you can see the olive oil pulling down all the ingredients from the sides of our processor container. Perfecto. Grab our silicone spatula. Let's use the edge here. Grab all the goodness. I do like to use this pesto sauce on a sandwich or a panini on both sides of the bread. Or better yet, I like to get my little slice of turkey breast, put a teaspoon of this pesto inside the turkey breast, roll it up, and then make a hot sandwich or a hot panini press. Okay, I went ahead and I toasted up a slice of sourdough bread so I can show you exactly what our pesto looks like. Taste is extra bright and extra distinctive. I want to take a moment and say many thanks for watching today's cooking show, A Chef Called Rhonda. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to A Chef Called Rhonda, please, would you consider subscribing? It's always healthy, always delicious, and always fun. It's got a very nice thickness to it, and the smell is heaven. Now, in the old days, my grandmother, your grandmother, our grandmothers, our grandfathers would make this by hand. I know my grandmother would use her rock, and she would pulverize the arugula leaves by hand using her rock, which I have right here, which I still have to this very day. I think I've shown you in another episode or two my grandmother's rock. She would do many things with that rock. I grabbed my trusty wooden spoon. I want you to see exactly what it looks like. Can you see that? Now, can you see the consistency here? Taste test time. So I use a teaspoon to ladle a tabbed teaspoonful of the pesto right across that sourdough bread. Okay, moment of truth. My grandmother's arugula pesto sauce. There's a hint of garlic with that brightness from the arugula and the slight crunchiness the pine nut or the pignoli nut offers, and the tanginess the cheese adds to this. It's phenomenal. If you haven't yet subscribed to A Chef Called Rhonda, please would you consider subscribing to A Chef Called Rhonda? It's always healthy, always delicious, and always fun. Until we meet again, I bid you salute, chin down, bye!